Aloha. Ciao, Bella, my lovely warriors of light. Welcome back. If you're returning to my channel, thank you for your patience. There's been a lot of delays in uploading and getting videos online. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And thank you for being here in your light warrior enlightened state. Happy Vernal Equinox, new moon, and Aries season. Happy birthday to all my Aries. So I've been attempting to get a video up for quite some time, and I keep receiving more channels and information that I need to get across to you guys. So that's what I'm working on. A few really important things. Number one, this is a new moon. This is spring. So it's about something new starting, okay? Aries season is all about the Emperor. The Emperor is all about structure. It's about laying new structure. It's about creating foundations, new ways. It's about building new things and having a very structured way of doing it. It's important to remember that fear is false energy appearing real. So please, my lovelies, do not feed into the fear that's going on right now, okay? It's important that we're creating new structures, new systems, and in order for that to happen, in order for the new to come into play, the old has to kind of crumble. It's like a tower moment, a collapsing of sorts, and it's got to crumble down. Everything has to kind of crumble down in order to start restructuring and building. We don't want to build new foundations on old foundations that are falling apart or falling away. It's not conducive to our forward progression, okay? So, if you're new, welcome. What I do is I do a little tune-in, a little tap-in. I do an energetic rant of sorts, as I like to call it, and then I get into the cards and they kind of tell a story and give us more clarification on what's actually going on. All right? So what's super important right now is connectivity with each other. I know that a lot of people are in isolation and self-isolation, and my heart goes out to all of you in general. Not just because we're in isolation, just because we need a whole lot of love. We need a lot more love and compassion right now. Goddess Kuan Yin has been coming through very strongly for me for the past 2 weeks, who is goddess of love and compassion. It's really important during these times that we're actually acting out of this and not out of fear, not out of selfishness, not out of neglect, okay? What's happening right now is we are going through what a lot of Christian standards would call the second coming. And it's not about a man, it's not about a person, a human coming back, okay? It's not about Jesus returning. It's about the awakening of the Christ consciousness. And what we're having right now is a collective consciousness awakening, okay? So we've been working on this. If we were not able to make this transition and this awakening collectively, it would not be happening right now, okay? So it's really important to remember that. It's really important to remember that we chose to be here at this time because we have work to do. We are the awakened ones. We are the ones that are awakening the world. And if you understand or know anything about the 100 monkeys theory, once there's so many, once there's 100 monkeys doing the same thing, the rest of the monkeys pick up on it. So it's super important that we stay very connected to what we know and what is feeding our soul, okay? Our soul's mission, our soul's journey. It's really important that we're feeding this and not the fear and not the hatred and not the disconnect from each other, okay? spring, vernal equinox. We're coming into a time of new. It's this new, fresh birthing of things. So this is important. There's something new is having to happen in order for the old structures to fall away. If you have been following my channel, you'll see that last year, November and December, I actually did channel this coming into play. The patriarchy beginning to fall, stock markets, monetary systems collapsing, and it's all important because we're restructuring a new world, okay? Don't be so upset. We've been calling on this new world, this new way, this more awakened sense of being able to take care of the planet and each other and be more connected as humanity. So we have been manifesting what we are dealing with okay? Don't dwell on the simple things like we're stuck or the government or the law, okay? Focus on what is important. Get back to basics. Focus on what's important. Loving each other, connectivity, compassion, loving thy neighbor. Go through the things that are in this level of Christ consciousness, okay? How are we treating each other? Are we looking after each other? Are we being hurtful? Are we being selfish? What are we doing? What is our purpose here? What makes your soul shine? What makes your soul sing? Okay? It's super important that right now we really tap into these. We really tap into the gifts that we were given to be here. The reason why we're having such a pause is because there's such a disconnect between people. All right? We're raising from the third dimension, from the third density to the fifth density plane. Okay? From 3D into 5D. The earth is already going through it. Now we are collectively, as a species, going through this, all right? Things that are based in 3D matters are monetary systems, work, physical things like I need a faster car, I needed this, I needed that, all right? This is not, scusa, this is not going to be conducive to the fifth density plane, the 5D plane, okay? What's going to be conducive is our connectivity to each other, more love, more care for the environment, more tapping into our spiritual gifts and our intuition. And what's really beautiful about this is everybody, because 3D is very, I don't have time, I do not have time, oh, you know, now we have nothing but time. Guess what? Time to tap in. The time is meow, my lovelies. So it's really important right now. So we're shifting. Saturn is just shifted into Aquarius. So we're going to have a lot of technology upgrades. We're going to have a lot of advancements in general for the collective. So we can choose to look at this either way. You know, we can be in this very scary state, or we can be like, wow, we're really raising the consciousness, the level, and we're really coming together. We're really starting to band together and work together. Okay, I don't look forward to the revolt of the people. The rising up of the people is great. The revolt of the people, and when that's going to happen and how that's going to happen is still a little shaky for me, because I didn't expect it to be this intense, okay? So what's super important right now is that we're in this spring cleaning. Now is an amazing time to clean things, to start getting rid of things, whether it's your eating habits, whether it's your house, whether it's things, anything that you have that is extra, that you are not needing right now, or that you're not needing in general. Go donate it, okay? Start cleansing, start removing all the stagnation that you've had, that's been sitting in your home, that's been sitting around. Start cleaning. It's about cleaning our mind, our thoughts, you know? Thoughts become things. So what are we thinking about? What do we want? Okay? Really raise the vibrational field and come together. What do we want? We want people working together, We want our food to be clean. We want to be able to have fresh water sources. We want to be able to have sustainable things, renewable power sources, okay? So this is all what's coming in. We're literally forcing ourselves into this way of being, which is kind of beautiful in its own sense, okay? The fact that we had to push this hard and something this drastic or dramatic had to happen in order for us to get to this point is a little shattering, but it is what it is. So let's take and make the best of this situation, all right? Let's figure out things we can share, how we can connect on levels, how we can become stronger as communities, how we all have something different to offer or to share, and how we have the ability to reach out and do that, you know? Some people garden, some people sew, some people teach, all right? Now is the time to kind of come together and say, I'm good at this, I'm gonna trade this for this, okay? Because eventually, everything that is money, that is 3D system, is gonna start falling apart even more. It's gonna start collapsing even more. And it's necessary that we learn how to exist without it. It's extremely imperative to our existence as humankind in general. So make sure you're cleaning out everything, whether it's your emotional baggage, your eating habits, your place, fresh, clean, new. All right? Really get into your spiritual practices and figure out what it is that you have to offer that isn't going to a 9-to-5 job, that isn't sitting in front of a computer. All right? Un momento, huh? Helicopters and things. Scusa, it's so hot. It's like 32 degrees Fahrenheit here in Bali, and I am so grateful for the sunshine. All right, what's really important right now is that we're getting some vitamin D. Even if we're locked down, go into your backyard, go into your balcony, spend at least 20 minutes a day in the sun. The sun and the heat helps kill this thing. All right, make sure every 20-30 minutes you're drinking something hot. The heat will flush the shit out of your lungs and into your stomach, where the acid will eat it. All right, clean, be clean in everything we do. This is really an awakening about how filthy and sloppy we are about our general habits, not just washing our hands or cleaning things, but in general, the world. The world is literally resetting and cleansing itself. So it's time for us to do the same. It's time for us to take a hint. The world's been doing this for a long time, you know? We've had 5 mass extinctions, and we're in the 6th. So let's get together and figure out how we can harmoniously exist here with this planet, so we don't all have to go. So thank you for listening, and let's get into the cards and see what information, what other information needs to be channeled or come through to the collective. All right? Thank you, universe, source, creator, divine, spirit guides, angels, for all your messages. Can you give us messages for the collective regarding this new moon, Aries season, and what's going on? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All my cards have been pre-shuffled before I started doing this. It just asked me to do it 3 times, so I just follow my prompts and do as I'm told. If you're doing what you should be, you're going to be getting prompts. You're going to be connecting deeper into your intuition. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. It's important that we realize we're in these human bodies, so it's important to ground. But we are spiritual beings, and we are raising our conscious levels. So ground out in your body, but connect in to your source. what I was just saying. And one more. Okay. 2 more, I guess. Very interesting. So what I do is I go through each one of these cards, and then after this, I kind of give clarifications on them so we can get a little bit deeper story. So the first card that comes up is the Eagle, number 9. 9 is about the completion of cycles. We're coming to the completion of cycles. Okay, spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. Now is really the time to hone in on these gifts. Eagles are very well calculated creatures. Okay, they really look into things, their prey or whatever it is, before they attack. So before you make quick decisions, make sure you know what you're going for. The Merlin, alchemy, justice, and balance. So the Merlin, which is number 1, this is all about a new beginning. This is about the earth and us humans really coming back into the balance. And with this, the Merlin's all about the alchemy that we hold within, the ability that we have to be the magicians, you know. We are magic. We are stepping back into our power. You know, they don't want us to be powerful. They want us to be susceptible. So remember to stand up against this and not against each other. It's imperative. Screw that. The Water Fairy. The Water Fairy, which is 28, which would be a 10. So this is about the completion of a cycle. The Water Fairy is all about feelings and emotions. Okay, this is really about getting in touch with our feelings and our emotional state. Our emotional state, we're in a vibrational universe, so whatever we put out, we're gonna get back. If we're super scared and we're freaking out, we're gonna get more of that. So please, please maintain and control your feelings and emotions during this time. We all, the collective, really is relying upon it. The Mystery, 52, which would be a 7. 7 is all about luck and industriousness, okay? The mystery is the path ahead. We don't exactly know what the path ahead leads us. But with the number being 7, this is luck and industriousness. So there is something, we're lucky that this is happening. This is preventing something else very drastic that we don't want to deal with. So really, get to grounding. Be okay with the fact that we don't know what or when everything is going to play out. It's all right. It's all right. You have to trust. And the fact that nobody's allowed to go to work, nobody's allowed to be making money, we're literally breaking down third dimensional structuring, okay? Don't be afraid. Everything will work out. This is really about who is strong enough in their mind and their being to really trust in the universe, in the divine, okay? In the divinity within me. Really trust. We have the Wasp, which is 21, which is a 3. So the Wasp is about anger, retaliation, and jealousy. So right now, there's going to be a lot of this. People are either going to be tapping in to something bigger, or they're going to be acting out on this. All right? We have 2 ways we can be. We can be in control. We can be in control, in balance, or we can be angry. We can have retaliation. We can be jealous, you know. It's really important that we don't. And this is regarding third parties. So this is regarding people, maybe if people are upset that someone else still has work or someone else still has freedom or whatever it is. Do not let this control you. Do not let this run you. It is detrimental to your survival right now and everybody else's. And to follow it up, the Goblin, which is basically the wounded human ego, all right? Human. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So tap down a little bit, all right? Don't be nanny poo, okay? Don't be like this. Do not let your basic human control this. Do not let the ego run the show, all right? Don't start to take more than what you need. Don't start to take more from others. Don't start to hoard things, all right? It's super important, again, that we're acting out of this level of Christ consciousness, which is love thy neighbor, help people. If you have the ability to help somebody and other people don't have the ability to help themselves, please help them. Now is the time, okay? Now is the judgment call. Now is when we need to bond together, okay? Clarification on the ego, please. Yeah, exactly. So the spirit connection to the angelic realms. What did I tell you? The tower, all right? There had to be a collapsing in order for us to get back to this, in order for us to get back to our actual divinity, our actual reason why we are here, all right? Our actual higher purpose, our higher selves. There had to be a falling away. We had to drop the mask. We had to drop the facade. We had to, all this shit had to crumble in order to rebuild. It's just part of the structure. We don't want this structure. We want something new. We want new education. We want new systems. We want new things. So in order for this to happen, we have to allow the old to fall away. Clarification for the Merlin. The moon. Okay, so the moon is all about secrets, mystery, deception. So we have been being deceived. We have been being deceived that we have this ability to be these magic beings, that we have this ability to be in tune, to tune in, to really connect to our spiritual beings and our purpose here and our higher selves, all right? We have been being deceived, but it's our programming. We've been allowing it to happen. So now is the time to stand up and really connect in to the source. Clarification on the water fairy. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah. So we're basically, the Queen of Pentacles makes really good decisions. She's really good with how she handles her business. She's really good in the 3D realm. For this to be on top of feelings and emotion means we are grounding out and connecting the 3D with the 5D. We're connecting the ethers with the earth, all right? And this is about really finding this middle ground. And look at her, she's very calm. She's very calm, she's very structured, she knows what's going on. So this is really about creating these new structures or beginnings. And if you look on her bow, she has the little Aries. So now is the time that we're creating these new structures. Now is the time that things are going to start to come into play more, okay? What is it that you're doing on the 3D plane? What is it that you're doing on the 3D plane to connect the spiritual realm and the physical realm? Are you doing it for yourself or are you doing it for the collective? Think about it. Clarification on the mystery. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Two of Wands. Yeah, this is going to be a new path, all right? This is going to be a new path. We haven't figured it out. We're still thinking about it. Wands is all about thoughts, intellectualness. We're still figuring out how this new path is going to be. We're standing here, looking over, figuring out what this new path is going to be. All right, start figuring out what you want the new path to be. Start figuring out what your offering is that is of use to each other, of use to the collective, of use to one another. Not just, I'm going here to make the money. That's not useful. It's going to fall away. Clarification on the wasp. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Death. Okay, so with death comes rebirth. So we are letting the old ways of anger, retaliation, jealousy, all these very simplistic earthly ways fall away. All right, we're letting it fall away. Death doesn't mean, I mean, yeah, sure, a bunch of people are gonna die right now. You'll see, I predicted this, but it's also a rebirth. Things have to die in order to be reborn. Winter has to end in order for spring, in order for flowers to bloom. It's part of the cycle. We have to be become okay with it. Clarification for the goblin, please and thank you. Clarification for the goblin. Clarification for the goblin, please and thank you. Here we go. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles is all about becoming skilled in our craft. This is all about someone who's working really hard, okay? 8 is all about abundance, okay? 8 is all about moving forward and abundance. The 8 of Pentacles is really about, especially on top of the goblin, is really about we're working on this wounded human ego. We're working on what our basic human ego thinks that we need or has been telling us that we need, our programming. We're breaking away old cycles, old programmings, old structures, old patterning. What is the new that you want? It's really important, especially right now. We have a new moon, right? We have a new moon, we have spring. Sit down and write down what you want. What are your intentions? And don't make it about what's going on right now. What are your intentions? What do you have to offer yourself, others, the collective, spiritually, you know? What do you have? Because physically, we cannot offer things to each other right now. So what do you have? What are you working on? What is it that you need to be working on or giving more time or energy to? That's really what this says to me. Let's see. Let's get a couple messages. Two. So 2 is all about duality. Wonder what will happen next. Ready to adventure. Precipice of change. Pause before action. So, take a moment. Do your studying. Do your research. Pause before you take action. Before you make action. Before you speak. What are you putting out there in general? What's the information? What are you sharing? Is it positive? Is it love? Is it uplifting? Is it helping? Is it bringing us together or is it creating separation? All right? What will happen next? This is unity, duality, balance coming into play. Need more messages for the collective. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mortality. So this would be a 6. 6 is all about receiving. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. What I'm receiving from this is really, this is a wake-up call. What are we giving our time and attention to? Are we caring about our family? Are we caring about our friends? Are we caring about our health? Are we taking time to take care of ourselves? Because basically what this is all about right now is our lack of caring, our lack of caring for ourselves, our lack of caring for each other. All of this is happening because people are more concerned with making their money, with going to work, than they are with the well-being of themselves, their family, or others. We have to break down this old structuring. It's not just about the money. It's not. That's a very 3D matter. If everything you're doing is based on this, you'll see the more you push, the farther it pulls away. We don't have the ability right now to be tuning into this. If you have resources, if you have ability to help people, help each other. It's not about monetary things. It's not about monetary systems right now. And the sooner we get out of it, the better we're going to be. The quicker we're going to ascend and raise the collective consciousness, all right? That's what it's about. What can you do? Do you know breath work? Do you know meditation? Can you start groups doing these together? You know, yoga, anything like this. How can we help and really stand up as a species, all right? We're better than this. We're better than filthy apes. We're better, okay? Any more messages? Yeah. Follow your own good advice, okay? Trust yourself. You know what is best for you. So you know what's best. You know if you should be reaching out to somebody. You know what you should be sharing. This is really about tapping in. Look at, she's a little bit scared. Don't be afraid of whatever your gifts are. Who has doubted you or said that they weren't valid before, maybe you're beginning to have a nice awakening and realize that there is something more, there is something deeper, and these spiritual gifts that you have to offer are really more powerful, especially at this time, than people have given energy to. Come together, all right? Wants me to pull a few more, so okay. So I wonder what will happen next. We have the Prince of Cups. So the Prince of Cups is really about, the cups are all about soul or emotion. The Prince of Cups is really about delivering this new offer, this new way of love, this new way of connectivity to soul, to spirit, to one another, all right? What will happen next? We have the ability to offer this cup of love. We can either be upset or we can offer something beautiful. Up to you. Choice is yours. Mortality, okay? We have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is all about, it's time to take a rest. Swords are about action or words, okay? It's time to take a rest on what we are taking action with, what we are giving energy to, what we are saying. What are we saying? Is what you're putting out there positive? Is it helping people? Is it inspiring people? Because if it's not, shut the fuck up. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. If you can't act out on behalf of the kindness and compassion, don't do it, all right? Don't do it. Take a rest. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Follow your own good advice. The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is all about, normally it's journey by water, but the Six of Swords is really about being delivered to this promised land, to this other space. So you know what's best. You know how to get to this better place where you need to be. You know how. Maybe you don't physically or mentally know how at this exact moment, but you have the ability to know how. Tap into your spiritual gifts. Start praying, start meditating, whatever it is that you need to do, come more connected, okay? Because the Six of Swords is all about getting to this other land, to this other place safely. Safely. Okay. A couple more. Thank you. What else do you need to know? So, the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is about somebody who makes smart moves, smart business moves, smart matters in the 3D world, all right? So we're changing the structuring, we're changing monetary systems, we're changing all of this. He is very smart, very wealthy, very fruitful. Everything is paying off for him. So it's very important that at this time, we are making wise choices and wise decisions. What are we investing in, okay? What are we investing in this 3D? And I don't mean stocks, bonds, things that are crashing. What are we investing in this 3D realm? What are we investing in? Are we focused on this new beginning? Are we focused on how we can come together? That's really what we need to be doing. The One of Pentacles. The One of Pentacles is all about a new offering, new money, new system, new job, okay? You have a new job. Your job has changed, okay? You have a new job. You have a new offering for humanity, okay? Tap into what that is. Figure out what that is. This is important, okay? Look at this, spring with all the lilies, okay? Lilies sometimes represent death, but also spring. So we're ending old ways, old matters, old money matters, old jobs, old structurings. It's important in order for something new to come in. Then we have the Four of Wands, okay? Four of Wands is all about union, unity, coming together. This can mean marriage, but really it's about a unity between two things. What I'm really feeling is a unity between this 3D earth plane and the ethers, okay? Are we creating unity? Are we coming together with our gifts and each other to raise the consciousness? What are you doing? What do you have to offer? Okay? It's super important. I'm gonna start doing another series. I'm gonna start a new YouTube channel, kind of tuning in and giving people more information about things, about how to do things, about how to connect. And I'd like to start actually hosting guest spots where someone else is coming in and teaching us or sharing their insights, their skills, and that way we can kind of become more informed, more educated, and learn how to get back to basics with each other, for each other, okay? This is all about unity. How can we unify, okay? Also there, I will be attempting to do some live streams, and kind of doing some Q&As, all right? So if you do have any questions or concerns that you really want to know or ask, go ahead and leave me some comments, send me a message, ask me. I'd love to connect. I'd love to answer any questions or concerns that people have. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to channel messages and to deliver them to you, okay? So whatever you need, definitely reach out, let people know. If you are more curious about what's going on in your personal life, your family, your love life, your work, all of these things, remember, you can always hit me up. I do personal and private readings. Definitely there will be a huge discount going on right now, so because I understand the situation that everybody's in. I'm definitely in the same situation, okay? Let's not cry about having lost our jobs, our income, or anything, because that's whining. That's whining. Everybody's in the same fucking boat. Everybody's in the same boat. Let's figure out how we can help each other and how we can raise each other up, how we can inspire each other. It's really imperative. Thank you for all your time, your love, your support. If you have any questions or comments, or if you resonate with this on any level, please leave comments. It helps me and it helps other people. I love you. Blessings, love, and light. Stay connected, stay together.